Good morning to everyone. Let's go straight into the analysis for today and hope that MTN doesn't fuck us up this morning. By the way, how many percent is this router showing? It's showing 5G. But it's weak strength. So I've been looking at a couple of pairs lately, and from those pairs I've been looking at, USDJPY is one of them. I think I actually dropped the buyers, I think a few days ago, that it was going to buy from here. When the buyers was like pretty simple, but the reason for the buy was simple was because here there is a break of structure. Because there's a break of structure here, and also there was a break of structure here. Okay, so these two break of structures alone just gave me the idea, gave me the reason that okay, we're going to be looking towards buying. So what price did was price simply just came back, tapped into the POI, which is what I marked exactly at that spot, and it's going. So yeah, so that's for USD JPY. I actually have a running trade I want to show. I think it was on GBP USD, or it is on GBP USD card also. Since I had a bias for USD JPY to buy, I also had a bias for USD card also to buy, and it's still on and it's still buying. Alright, it's still on and it's still buying. Hold on. So there's no need to analyze this one again. No, there's no need. I just saw the trade. I saw it was like it was okay to just take the trade from there, and so I did. Okay, so let's just go to the ones that's I needed. Okay, yeah, so on here is the CHF. So what I can see already here is breakout. Price has already broken out. Most of you know that that is what I trade. Often I trade more breakouts than normal pairs. So price has broken out from here, and so what I'll be waiting for now is that price pulls back into a zone or key level of which I can take a buy from. And which one is better to buy other than this level here? So I'll be waiting for, this is a strange order block, and that's why I marked it from the body close of the candle here, where the candle closed itself. That's why I marked it from there. If not, I'd have marked it from this level, but this doesn't mean anything. Alright, so what I'll be doing is I'll be waiting for price to come back and then buy from here on USD JPY and USD CHF, and buy from there. So that is for USD CHF. Yes, why is this so slow? Then for GBP USD, so yeah, this is the one. I have a present running trade on GBP USD. So for GU, probably you're interested in buying, you want to hop in on the buys, right? If you want to hop in on the buys, you can jump in and buy GBP USD. So I said buy, sales rather. You want to jump in and sell. What is the reason, or what are the reason? First off, I can see that there is a break of this low here, and structurally when you are trading the 4-hour time frame, when you see price break structure and it breaks a structural low, like more than one structural low, you can classify that as a shift in the trend. You get? Alright, so we have it here. When price came down, it broke this, it took out this, and eventually even took out this too. So just took out all of this. Many people might refer to it as a what's it called now, liquidity sweep, of which is right. All right, because in trading we don't have anything that's for certain. We deal a probability game, and so it is. Okay, and so it is. All right, so for GU, if you look at this, I am entering this trade now because price has pulled back into a 2-hour order block here. Order block is here on the 2-hour time frame there, right? So this 2-hour order block here is where I'm taking this sell from. I'll take the sell and I'm going to exit here. Everybody knows my exit is at a swing point, which is second swing point. So I have one, I have two. So I take my exit at swing point. 2 swing points, it must be 2. So and this is already happening. So what I was waiting for initially before I took the trade was a shift in structure. What do I mean? So hold on, let me check if this is showing. Okay, yeah, cool. So this is the mitigation of that POI. So when we go to lower time frame now, like let's say we go 5 minutes, right? So I was waiting for a displacement, which is a shift in the structure, and there are times where I wait for it. We have London session, we have New York session. You get, so right now, you know the session we are on. This was yesterday in the night. So I wanted to take it, but there's no need for me to take the trade, at midnight. Some people say, oh, what if it goes? I don't really care. I'll take it during the normal time when there's volatility for the trade. If it's a JPY trade now, cool. So the trade seems to be going down. Hold on, hope I took it, sure. It's not the one that sometimes you might think you did something and then you did not. Okay, yeah, I did. I took the trade. So, okay. So, yeah. The reason for this trade is after mitigation. This is the POI mitigation here. So after this mitigation, right, there's only one displacement that just occurred, and it's here. So price just displaced this level. I think I posted something, I don't know, a few days ago when I said there is no market move without this kind of displacement. When you want to buy, you go to lower time frame, price will sell before you buy. And when you want to sell, when you go to lower time frame, price will buy before it sells. You just need to know when and how to use it. So this is a sell bias, and what have you been seeing that price has been doing in the sell bias? It has been coming up, right, and then eventually mitigated the POI I want to use, which is to sell. And now the displacement has occurred here. So if you check it, I usually use Fibonacci levels. So if you check it, I use Fibonacci level 23.6% there. Chill. I'm already on the swing sell already, so I'm just breaking this down for you. Reason why I take the trade, the way I take them. Alright, so this is GBP USD. If you want to enter the trade now, and maybe you want to like hold it to where I'm presently holding the trade to, I'm holding it to around 1.34486, which is here, way down. So it's 5 hours from where I am right now. So this is how I'm holding the trade to 1.33 from hours. Yes. So again, 1.34510 or 1.34486. They're both in the same level. You get me? They're both in the same level. So 378. Chill. I want to take the trade again, so stop loss. I want to add another. So even if I stop loss, no problem, sure. Stop loss is, this one is 1.35520. TP is at 1.34486. Done. Okay. Yeah, done. So to my N0, let's see what's the first on this. Moving to I want it 20 minus 1. 170, 130 divided by, I go to trade, I go to do mass, 2.8, 46 is 47. Alright, cool. 46 divided 40. So I'm taking another cell here. I've added the cell and the stars be with us. The stars be with us, niggas. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so on GU, so this one is lower time frame entry now, and we also have an higher time frame entry. I sent it to the traders at Solar Prime. Have I taken it? Oh, I've not taken it and the copy trading account. I forgot. Let me just go and take it there first. Some persons are connected to my copy trading already, so GBP USD. So I'm going to take it there now. I don't like this one. No. Okay. Okay. Stop loss and entry. So what's the TP again? That TP level is 34486. Got it. Yep. Done. So I have taken the trade also, and taking the trade also in the copy trading account. So I'm taking it in my personal account, my private account. I'm taking it to my personal account, my private account, my proper account, and basically all the accounts I have. So if all the trade go and hit stop loss, I'm fucked. I'm literally fucked, nigga. But I have one trade that's already like few pips, I mean less than 10 pips to take profit, so this one should be able to cushion the effect of the loss if I take a loss. Alright, so that's on GBP-USD. Next one we have is on, which was this, GBP-JPY. Now for JPY, I feel like JPY is also start to buy. My own thoughts, right? That's my own thought. The reason is because last week what I did was, this was the fair value gap or an imbalance. Everybody saw, what happened to JPY, what happened to JPY? Yeah, cool. So this was an imbalance that occurred with JPY last week. The news affected all the JPYs, all of them. So all the JPYs just, they just blew out of proportion, and ever since then it has been ranging. Now what I did was, okay, I said if price comes into the consequent encroachment, which is of the fair value gap here, this is the fair value gap, so there's this low, this, but I could not really even use it as a fair value gap per se, because even the third candle not really, you get, that's why I marked this particular one. So what I feel like was going to happen is price keeps on expanding, then when it taps into this level here, which is here now, okay, so when it taps into this level here, then we might then see a distribution from this level to the downside. Then we might see a distribution from that level down. Do you get it? So let me just put it off, or just put it out. So here, so this is what I mean here. So price goes into this level, and then you might likely have a continuation from there. Do you get me? You get me, right? So I need to buy a new system. You guys should give me money to buy a new laptop. I've been using this one now since last year. So what is this? So next one is on GBP-CHF. So for GBP-CHF, this water, and drink water. For GBP-CHF, yeah, as you can see, the price is going to continue to sell. I don't really like what GBP-CHF have been doing. The price action has been shitty. Let me show you what I mean. So look at this price action. It's just shitty, right? Price, there's no normal GBP that I traded last year. Once it just mitigate your POI, it's just cool. But this one, guy, see this? See, just imagine this is 4 hours. See rejections here. See rejections here. Then as if it's no even worse. This was last week. The rejections were too much, so I've been skipping GBP for a while now. So then on GBP AUD, this was what I expected on this guy too, but it has already done it. So price broke the structure, did the break and every test, and is already pulling off. So presently I don't have any bias for GBP AUD. Again, I usually do this as a disclaimer and also a reminder to others and people that are just joining us for the first time, when I tell you that please listen, that we analyze all the pairs doesn't mean that we trade all the pairs. I analyze all the pairs because usually I get messages from people that say, oh, you've not done this one, oh, please analyze this one. So I just analyze everything. You get, I just analyze everything so that I can everybody sees what they trade, and then we move on from there. Alright, okay, so this is GBP CAD, and GBP CAD even has a much more clearer bias. And if you look at it, right, if you see this is the last structure high, structure low, made a structure high here, and then did something very tricky here. Well, I don't really care about what it did though, because I'm already ready to like sell this guy, but I need confirmations from here. So this level is one that I put in mind, but I need a confirmation. What's the confirmation? For price to break this low. Alright, so I need price to break this low. Now when price breaks this low, then my dealing range will be set, and then I can take a sell when price pulls back, either to pulls back to strip liquidity or just to retest, you know, another block or fair value gap or whatever, any of the PDRs. So that's what I'll be waiting for here on GBP CAD. I really want to say, like, I want to sell. The structure is pulling on to sell. Another confluence that we can add to that is you can see that this is structure low, this is structure low. When you connect the dots together, you see that there's already a breakout also. Often when you look at what I trade, you often see the pattern to it that I don't usually take any trade other than breakouts. None other than breakouts. If you look at all the trades, if you are smart enough, you would know. But for those ones that are already in the community, they already know that that's what I trade. If it's not a breakout, you're not going to find it there. I'm not going to even touch the trade at all. The bias or the reason for that is, you know, there's this saying, follow the trend, and there's also this saying that you know, people usually would be liquidity or whatever, indicating things. So my own reason for playing the way I trade is quite simple, and they simply be the one to be part of the people that starts the trend, but be patient. I think I just put it that way. Be patient enough to be at the beginning of the trend. How do you know that a trend is starting? Is when you have confirmation that it has ended. So I think I'll leave it at that. So on EURUSD here, I've been expecting this guy to sell since. I don't know why it took this long, but let's see. I'm still waiting for further confirmations though. So we have this low as a structural low, we have this low again also as a structural low. Let me show you. I think this drop that happened here, I don't know, did it happen in GU? It's supposed to. So we have this low as a structural low. It broke out, it broke this high and made a new high. It pulled back to make this low and then went up to break this high to make a new structural high. So when you connect the dots together, you can see that that is a bullish move, and price has just recently broken out from the bearish trend and bullish trend line. So it's not enough confidence to say, oh yeah, we're going to begin selling now. No, it's not. Alright, there are still certain confirmations that I personally will still look out for, and I'll be waiting, you know, I'm waiting for those confirmations before I make any trade decision. Do you get me? So today is Wednesday already. Today is Wednesday. Usually this thing is supposed to form since yesterday. What I'm looking for that form since yesterday, because Wednesday, Thursday, then price will start distributing. But let's be patient. We're not rushing anywhere. Okay, and that's on Euro USD. Then on Euro JPY. So for Euro JPY, yeah. So remember what I was saying about the impulsive move that happened last week. So it happened on all the JPY pairs. Okay, and so this was also one of it, and I'm still waiting. So the same way I showed you what we're waiting for in the CUSJP and GPJP, and I've forgotten. It's the same thing I'm waiting for here. I'll wait for price to like pull back into this key level, and then we can send it down. Everybody just uses that word key level, key level. I don't even know what they use it for. I think the more people that use it often are maybe CRC traders, SLP, MSNR, and all that. Me, if you hear me talking about key level or referring to key level, maybe one of these days I will know what they mean. But what I mean is simply support on resistance or resistance on support. I don't, nothing more. So that you don't get confused when I say a key level. This key level now, I'm referring to it as a key level is because this level is where price broke. 1, 2 is that this level also is responsible for, you know, where price bought before. So it was a support level before. As you can see, this is the zone. Price was buying every time it got to this level. So usually it's more like a demand, right? So a demand, when it's flipped, a turn code, a demand becomes a what? A supply. And supply usually will become what? Demand. So basically that's what I usually refer to when I mean key level. I don't know if it's the same thing now with the explanation of people that trade those things, you know, is, but if it's the same, then fine, cool. So that's what I'll be waiting for on Euro JPY. I'll be waiting to sell when price gets to this level around 1.186, 0.77 or 0.077. Then the next trade is on Euro AUD. So on Euro AUD, I think this was the result of 3 touch. I don't know, is it this one or yeah, it's this one. So I saw it that when I mean 3, that's why I just recognized it immediately. I saw it because on Saturday when I was in my market review and completing it on Sunday, that's when I saw this. I saw the first touch, second touch. I was not like, I was deliberating, okay, is this thing like ready to like break out or continue selling? One spirit to me just say, just wait for confirmation. Eventually just sold off from there, but my mind does not need to, there was no need for me to take it. So Euro AUD has completed its draw liquidity, and it will just continue going down from here, because you can see there's no past this thing except for this level, so it might just drag itself down to this 1.61303. For people that are very used to trading a minute time frame, this is their forte. This is where their strength comes in. They can just ride along till this low. So I guess that's where it's going. That's where price will be before it stops. Assuming there's a sweep of liquidity before this guy now, then I might say it might be a reversal, but nothing like that there. So Euro AUD will continue selling. Then for Euro GBP, this pair has been crazy. The pair has been crazy. I bought it yesterday. I say yesterday, now last week, right? I bought it last week, and before market close, it was just like still at entry and didn't really go anywhere. It was, I think it was just in $12 profit. I didn't want rollover to just come open spread and then take me out. I had to close it. Immediately market opened on Sunday midnight. What the fuck just happened? Okay, Euro AUD hit TP. Immediately market opened on Sunday midnight. Boom. This trade just went up. It was from here. It was here. It just went. This was the market open here. It just went up straight to hit TP. And TP was like 5 hour. Crazy thing. and I was not on the trade. The first thought that will come to your mind is, the fuck, why did I close this? Usually that's what you just think of instantly, like, oh damn it, why did I close this trade? You get, oh, it is what it is, Jerry. See, it is what it is. So that happened, and I saw it, I think I did now on Monday evening. I saw it here on Monday evening. I was like, mom, this one we already said to the buy, why is it selling this hard? And then yesterday night, I think to this morning, I saw it up again. Hey, the first thing that came out of my mouth when I saw it, I'm like, hey, I pity GBP traders that say many things. I'm going through a lot. What the fuck? So, given the unpredictable nature of what this guy is doing at the moment, I'm definitely going to be skipping it. Not be me who use the do Sarah. Next is on Eurocard. Eurocard just that CP. Simple trade, no hard, no much. Just 3 hours from the hour time frame. Let's see. Let me show you. So they just 3 hours from the hour time frame. And also, what did I tell you? Okay, first off, let me show you. So what did I tell you about the trades I take? If they're usually, for this, I'm just saying this now because of somebody that asked a question in the comment section in one of the posts. Right? If the trades that you take should have a pattern, as long as it's working for you. If it's not working, gotta find something that's working. Don't stay true to something that is not working. Alright? I've been trading one thing for the longest of time. For the longest. Nobody can come up and tell me that, oh, what you're trading is now changing. No, one thing. It is just this. So it has a pattern. Alright? Now, why did I take the trade? It's simple. Eurocard, you see it there. The first touch, this is a 4-hour structure, not the minute time frame. Then I see some of you, will teach you something finish. You see they're teaching you with 4 hours daily. You will carry your big head and say, oh, price is fractal. You go to the lower time frame. After your eyes are seeing shaggy there, you cross your mentor. You read the water, you not go better for your mentor. But your mentor did not teach you anything in the minute time frame, actually tells you from the higher time frame. So, and that's just it. The nature of man is impatient. You always be impatient. So that's why basically sometimes somebody has said, oh, it's like you trade some pairs that are very weird or something. I say yes, it's true. Because you see this now, like this trade on Eurocard that I sold, right? The next time I might be taking any trade at all on this trade, on this pair, it might be next month. It might even be 2 months from now. That's just the thing. It will not happen all the time, but when it happens, I'm sure to bank on it. So this is Eurocard from the 4-hour structure. Price broke out from the trend line, and then the first thing I will do is go and find a POI to just use. So at this level here, if you look at this, there were so many rejection blocks there. So I just like, well, let me just see what price and how price is going to react of that level. So when we go to 5 minutes, it's just the same thing I've showed you. Now this is the minute time frame entry. It's there from the hour time frame entry. I just do that when I want to have a re-entry, or I want to stack on a trade or leverage more on a trade. So as I just showed you something, I don't know if I can get it, but somebody can help me get it from my ex. I think maybe I might retweet it, or I just look for it and then post it on the Telegram channel. Okay.
What should I look for?
It's that post that I made on that this will always happen on all pairs. Is a graphic like that, where before you buy, price sells, price will also always sell in lower time frame, and before you sell, price will always buy in lower time frame. I think it should be on my post too. So I'll just resend it to the channel. Alright. So if you look at it from the lower time frame here, after confirmation, the next thing to do is to wait. You wait for mitigation of that POI. After waiting for mitigation of POI, wait for displacement, and that's it. So this was a confirmation when price broke the structure for the second time. and this is it here. So the lower time frame price bought, right? I said price will, if you want to sell, if you have a sell bias, as long as the direction is correct in the higher time frame, if you have a sell bias, right, price will buy always from a lower time frame before it sells off, except it's an impulsive move, right? You don't have to take my word for it though, so you can check it and confirm yourself. So after confirmation, price went on to mitigate the POI here. So in the process of mitigating that P2R POI, or that rejection block, so we had a displacement, okay, and it was that displacement I traded. I've showed you what I traded. So I told you that the entry that I usually use when there's a displacement is what I said is a Fibonacci, which is a 23.6. You can see it right there. Price rejected at 23.6 and I got out, and price just hit TP rather. So it's just like 3.8, not much, nothing much. So that's on Euro card. Oh, which trade is next? So that's on Euro card. We shall see another time. So this is on NZD USD. I don't want to go with what I think is going to happen on this pace. I'm usually very careful not to even do that. Right? I'm usually very careful. I try my best to be careful so that I don't hold on to it by in my head. You know, sometimes we make that mistake where we think, oh, price suppose buy, or you say, oh, price suppose sell for this place. I think you understand what I'm saying, right? When you hold on to those kind of buyers, it's really dangerous because you will not want to leave those buyers and you keep on buying. That's why you find yourself, you are buying, you keep on buying and buying and buying, and every time you are buying you keep on hitting stop loss and stop loss, or maybe you hold on to a sell buyers, every time you keep on hitting stop loss on the sales. So it usually happens. So I try my best not to hold on to any buyers. I just flow, flexible with what price is doing, and just flow with it. Okay, just flow with it. Alright, so next, okay, we're presently on NZD USD, by the way. Presently on NZD USD, by the way. So NZD USD, let me see this one first. So we have this low, we connect it like this. Okay, you can see that it's still trading inside the frame. So, and since I don't trade anything more than that, we'll just see what price is going to do. If price comes down to this level here and then reverses back, gives us a sign of a bullish move for hopping on the buys. Alright, but if it comes down and gives us a sign of a bearish move, we'll definitely do hopping on the sells. So have that in mind. Alright, then NZD JPY. Oh the fuck. Oh, this is the reason why these guys are stressing my life. NZD. Okay, so this is the reason for toxins now. So for NZD JPY, NZD JPY was one that I kind of missed. This is why I missed it, because it happened so fast. So when price, came out from this level here, I think you will see this here. Price just went pa. So this is where I wanted to take on the buys from this level that I marked. But before I could open my eyes and close it, it just came, rejected and moved. It's the same thing that happened to yesterday. Check your chart. The same thing that happened with, I think, SJPY, right? It just came, mitigated, and then boom, went off. So I couldn't take the trade. I was even waiting for a re-entry for where it's the time when you want to have re-entry. Price will know I'll give you that re-entry and to deliver the way you expected. But you see that time where it now give you a re-entry, you will have FOMO, you will enter, and that's the time to come back and hit your stop loss. It's just crazy. Okay, I think I've seen that post. I've shared it to the Telegram channel now. shared it there. Yep. So I shared the Telegram channel and I will retweet it also. So those that are interested will just go to the page, my main page. You just see it. It should be on the top of the page now. Okay. Alright. So let's proceed. So for NZJPY, yeah. Hold on. So for NZJPY, this is what I was saying. What I will basically, price is still bullish, and I don't really like all of this move, right? If you look at it, all the lows that price has been forming, they've been clear crazy rejection. You see this rejection, 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 rejection. It's just screaming liquidity, liquidity. And since I'm not one to just jump on trades, I will wait for what's going to happen. So let's say we wait for what price to do when you get to this rejection block, because this is one that I can like maybe use, because you can see there's a silver liquidity there. The rejection block is wide open. There's an inducement there also. Maybe I'm not seeing it too well, but let me show you 4-hour time frame. So you see the silver liquidity there. Everything is here. So it's just best to just wait. Let's see what price will do around that level, and then before any trade decision will be made rather. Yo, let's say drink water. So on NZD card, hold on. NZD card presently I think is ranging on this 4-hour, this level here. Price is ranging, but I want to see if it has actually done something. So from the 1-hour time frame, when I put this together, we have this low, we have this low, we have that low. Okay, so it started ranging in this level here, and then it has broken out from the range here. So what's the best thing to do now is to mark a POI. I usually prefer using other blocks, and so what we're going to wait for now is for price to come back here, mitigate it, and then we take a sell from there. Okay, alright. So on NZD card, we have the buyers to take a sell from that level and take it down. This one might be very long if it happens. It's not very long because I don't know I'm going to call it now, but there is a gap here. It's like it's too free, it's just empty and it's void. Price will like want to come back and feel it. You get, sometimes some things you cannot explain them, it's just the way it just be for your head. You get, so this is the CHF. It's like I was not running away from these buys because I'm presently buying, and price was like very few pips to TP before I slept, and the fuck I woke up to this. So I might run away very soon. I might not just wait for price to hit my stop loss here. Since it's still in profit, let's do this. I feel just won't come out. Oh boy. So yeah, by the way, so let's just like continue first. We'll come back to this NZD-CHF, alright. We'll come back to it. I think all the CHF they're crazy, man. AUD/USD, I'm going to just leave this one because first off, it's still within the scope of a bullish move, right? There's no confirmation yet. I drew this because what happened here was a change of character. Change of character is one that is associated with a failed break of structure in line with the trend. So if you look at this here, the trend was bullish here. So when it got to this high, it was supposed to do what? Made this low, it's supposed to continue going up. So it was associated with a failed break of structure in line with the trend. So instead of breaking structure in line with the trend, it broke structure against the trend. So that's a change of character here. But eventually mitigated the fair value gap, which is also a key level here. Why? Because this was a resistance level before, or what we call a supply level before, and so automatically became a demand level. Alright, and it's still what we can use as a breakout block, and also in front of which you have a fair value gap. So all these confluences put together was enough reason for this level to hold, and return price back to this level, and now price is ranging here. So before I will trade a case like this, I will first of all wait for a proper, oh wait a minute, I'll first of all wait for a proper breakout though. So if you look at the main structure, it's still within that scope, and so as long as price is still within the scope of a general trend, I trade the trend a lot, you get. So as long as price is still within the scope of a general trend, I would not trade against it. I would always trade in line with it. So that being said, go on to the next is AUDJPY. All of them are just expanding because of what price did last week. I don't know the news. Of recent, I have not really checked any fundamentals. Like, I just took my focus off it because I know that Trump can just say one thing and then it fucks everybody up. So I don't really put my focus on any fundamentals of recent. None. I mean none. You get. So I think price is just filling back the space that it just took out, nothing else. It's just filling it. So no bias for this guy. Hold a minute. Hold up. You might just see a crazy drop from here, but fingers crossed. As AUDJPY. We're almost getting to the end. For those ones that are not following me, this is the first time you're seeing this come up on your FIP. You know, you can drop a follow so that you'll be notified when next I come live again. Usually, even when I'm not even doing the live session, it's usually being hosted in the Telegram channel, because I am trying to build a community where even if I'm not present, the community still functions and runs, because everybody is a leader. Everybody can do it, and you also can do it. So be part of the community. You join the Telegram channel. Alright? Don't just stay on X, and don't just follow me on just X. You go and join the Telegram channel. So on AD card, I don't have any buyers here because these buys are already done. This guy will just continue going up for now. So I'm looking for the one that has a clear bias. This one is a swing trade I'm holding on ADCHF. If you know, I was in this since last week, so that's why I could not share any with a lot of persons. So I've been holding this one since last week, and it's still going. I had a re-entry that I wanted. This is one I wanted to share, but unfortunately price had other means. If you look at it, it was so close to the re-entry, but price said not today, nigga, not today. Again, for those ones that, oh, what do you trade, how do you trade, you can see that this trade also is associated with what can you see? A fucking breakout in it. So if there's no breakout, I'm not present there, I'm like missing. So on card JPY, since all the JPY are just in Pidgin, they will say them they manual, they just misbehave. Yeah, they resume. So whatever, I have left them alone, let them manual their own. Alright, I'm not doing anything with them, so I'll skip it. Then because it's ranging, I can't trade that. Then card CHF, I'm buying shortly. It's just a short buy here. It's no longer at entry. If not, I'd have rushed to show you guys this one first, but it's no longer at entry. So let's just say it pulls back. Let's say it pulls back into the entry now. Then that's our shot to, like, jump in. Let's see 5 minutes first. So see, this price action safe is even crazy. If you look at it, it's all the CHFs that are doing this nonsense. You get that's going to be a, since it's a buy, it will be, we're looking for a sell displacement. I don't think there's even any. It has not done it yet. Hasn't done the sell displacement yet. So even if there is a what's this? Okay, we didn't do it here. So if I want to give a re-entry, it's not yet time. So I will definitely give a re-entry when I get one. But for now, there's no re-entry, and I'm holding on to the swing buy itself. just to have a card switcher. Then card JPY, I think I'm buying too, right? Yep, I'm buying on card JPY too. And my target is around 203-230. Yes, 203-230. Yeah, this one I wanted to show us. So on US oil, if you check your broker, you might not see US oil. Some of you will see WTI, some of you will see something about oil, something like that, right? If you check it, you will see we have a buy bias. I dropped it yesterday on X and also on the Telegram channel. Okay, and what I'm expecting, or what I will be expecting here is expecting a buy to happen. Now, if you look at it, the tension around the world. When I told you I don't really care about fundamentals anymore. It's not like I don't understand it though. I do understand it, but I took my focus away from it because at the end of the day, everything you do for technical analysis, it still matter. So if you look at it, the world itself, the uncertainty with the wars and everything that's going on, you know, is enough, right, to keep this pair buying. Fuel prices will continue to go up as long as that. I've not heard any news about the United States, Israel, and Iran of recent. Probably because I'm not paying attention to it, so I've not seen anything like that come up to my FYP, right, on any of the socials I'm on. So if you have concurrent news on it, you can share in Telegram channel, you know, so that we can know what you get, so that we can be aware. But as long as the fight, or they are still at dog here, they are still fighting within themselves with Iran, you can bet on US oil that it will continue to buy. You get me? So that's why I'm buying this. As you can see, we had price pull back to a fair value gap here. It has been using fair value gap of late. So if it pull back to a fair value gap here before going, okay, they did the same thing here. So it pull back to a fair value gap here before what going. But as I've told you now, me, I'm not a fair value gap person. I'm not really trade it like that. I only trade for the order block. So here I can see far order block, because at the end of the day, even though the pullback is doing, it pulls back to another block except for this guy. So I'm waiting for price to pull back into this order block here and then take it up. That's on US oil. I don't know what's going on with BTC. I'm not going to start explaining that, oh, this is what's going on with BTC. I don't know what's going on with BTC. So if you know what's going on with BTC, you can share it, you can tag me, and then I'll see it, alright? I'll see it, and then I will help you to even repost it. I don't really know what's going on with BTC. This is a confused state. You get me? I can't trade this. There's no way. Ain't no way I'm trading this. So I think the thing that I left is indices and commodity, which is good. So let's go and check it. I used to put them in separate places. So this is my own sacred. This is general. So this is my own sacred what have you? My sacred. This in the column watch lists. Yeah. So for gold, I tried buying gold first time, hit stop loss, rushed in on the second time. So for gold, you can see that there was a what on gold, there was a breakout. Actually, I tried buying here. I think it was here that I tried buying last week, but I hit stop loss. I hit stop loss on gold 4 times last week. Yes, I had 4 SL on gold, 4 on different days. Oh, it's not one day, obviously. Now, different days. I bought twice, you know, buy. I say twice, you know, say. So it's not like maybe direction is wrong, but no, I bought, it did not buy. I sold, it did not sell. So which one? So when I was buying, it was selling. When I was selling, it was buying. This was the first place I bought from, right? I bought here and here. This one now has inducement. If you remember, everybody might remember that buy of last week. Boom, it didn't buy. So we'll say, okay, cool. It's like the sell continuation with the call. And so boom, I said, alright, pull back here, nice, let me sell. I sold here, I sold also here also, because this is super liquidity, there's an inducement also. Boom, it did not sell. That's when I knew that gold is actually on juju hunt. I know the me you go hunt, but eventually that 4 SA was a 4, so I took everything back after I took this trade. Okay, so this trade was just 6.59 and I left it alone. So what's going on presently now is, I don't think there's no confirmation here, so let me just show you though. Let me show you what, so that you don't look as if I'm just explaining without confirmation. Now there is a break of structure. There is something I've told people before. For those ones in my community, I've told you that if price breaks structure like this the first time, and then it comes down like this, yeah, and it goes up again like this, if price is coming down and you're seeing it break again like this, don't trust it to go up again. No, don't trust it to go up. It will go down. You know why? Because it's showing you that, hey, that level is no longer as strong as it should be. The level is no longer as strong, you know, it will fail. So it came back, tested it the first time. You call this one a super liquidity. It came back, you know, you want to try and use it again, and there's high level of chance that it's going to fail, especially when it doesn't have an engagement level that you can use. For those ones are now traded as Quasimodo or SBI, which is structural break and inducement. As long as it does not have that inducement, you're just going to get fucked. So I'm very certain that there are so many people. If you look at this now, it looks like Quasimodo now. There's so many people that would have wanted to trade this sweep of liquidity soon. Well, get fucked because of that break of structure. So I think there might be a sell continuation from here, but I trade usually with confirmation, so I would need price to like break this structure, and then yeah, we're gonna jump in on the sells, alright, on gold. So for now, this is the bias. It's just where it is. A sell continuation is supposed to occur. Okay, so I'll leave it at that. The people that trade let me see, this is their single candle theory. Maybe I don't know, man. I don't know. So this is US oil. I think it's just US 30 and 100 as well. So on US 30, so this is US 30, right? I'm waiting for a super liquidity above the highs here. So my price switch liquidity here, I'm just gonna dump it. Yep. So I'm just waiting for price to just go up, mitigate this POI, and then we'll take a sell from there. Okay. On US 30, usually when I trade US 30, if I risk 0.5% of my currency price, I'm not risking 0.5% on the US 30. I usually risk like 1.1%, sometimes even 2%. Yes. Yes. And that's because sometimes the entry that I get on this pair, it might be, I don't know how to trade lower time frame. I know where some people call it the floor, or call it whatever you want to call it. It's only a hard time frame right now to trade. So when I get an entry from the hard time frame on a pair like this, the next time I'll get an entry, Odiba. You remember I'll say Odiba. Let me see whether I even deleted that one. You see all these moves now. I don't think I had more than one move or one. I don't think I did. But I had the buy from here. This buy, I took this buy. This particular buy here. I had a buy from here too. It's just two. See this whole move too. So there's people that trade lower time frame, all those gurus. Oh, but they don't want to teach me work. So let me stay with what I know. So I'm waiting for price to mitigate this POI, and then we're going to start from here. Alright. Then we're going to sell it from there. So I think basically this is US 30. I don't think normally we used to say US 30 and US 100, they used to do the same thing. In this case, I think recently I've not been seeing them do the same thing. No. In fact, I've been seeing them doing opposite of themselves. Because if you look at US 100 now, we'll see it in a moment. So this US 30, have it in mind, I'm going to be selling it. So if you look at US 100 now, what do you see? You see, it's not the same. In fact, there's been on a bullish bull run. I remember taking a buy from here. Just imagine, I didn't take many of the buys. I took this buy and then I was off. So from this time till now, I've not had any entry. So you see that other guy now, USDT, you see the way it showed signs that it's gonna sell, right? Look at this guy going and heading for the all-time high that is here. So nigga, this guy is just crazy. It's not the same. So I don't have any bias for this one per se though. I do not have any bias for it. So that's on US 100. Then JP225, I have a bias for this one to sell. I do have a bias for you to sell, but let me look for the POI. Was this okay? Oh, there's a fair value gap above. So here now, let me check 1 hour first. There's a fair value gap above that level. Even 1 hour just did useless. 4 hours also did very useless. So 4 hours only has other block. What does 2 hours have? Oh, it corresponds with what 4 hours have. Okay. So when price mitigates this level here, I will wait. This one now, I will wait for what the 5 minutes is going to do. Not 1 minute, to 5 minutes is what 5 minutes is going to do. Then that's where I'm going to take a trade from. So if I get any displacement from this level, what I mean by that is, as price is buying now, if it mitigates this POI, and then when I go to the lower time frame, I see a displacement, which is it starts giving a sell sign. There's a shift of structure, change the state of delivery, or whatever you guys call it now. A shift of structure from the lower time frame from a buy to a sell, and then I'll position myself to take what the sells. As simple as that. Okay, as simple as that. Alright. So that's JP225. I think yeah, that's JP225. So thank God the sessions are recorded. For those that need the sessions on this thing, they are recorded sessions. The recorded sessions on Telegram, and also the recorded sessions on X. Now for those that also want to, I'm presently partnered with Dollar Prime. Now for those ones that want to get an account with Dollar Prime, some of you have been having issues with doing the whole thing. Dollar Prime accounts are usually very cheap. Why are they cheap? Because they're using my link, and when you use my link, automatically they are taking off 30%. So maybe you're supposed to buy an account, instead of paying 100% of the account, you're getting 30%. So for example, now say you click on this, it's 2-step accounts. Now most of us trade 2-step accounts, so I click on the 2-step account here. So there is the segment of you picking 2-step, 2-step pro, direct is live. Dollar Prime 1 is that a 1-step ahead. So you see they have account as low as $2,000, which is 2K accounts is just $9, but this $9 is not even $9. So when you use my own link, it will be $6. So just like that, 5K accounts, instead of paying $39, is around 20 something dollars for 5K accounts. 10K accounts, so instead of paying $69, is around maybe, I think, for something or something. Let me check. So wait, 69, right? 7. It's around $48. Around $48. So the same way, these 25K accounts now, instead of paying $129, is around $90 that you pay. If you buy a 50K account, instead of paying $252, is around $176. And you want to position well and buy big accounts. So if for 100K account, instead of paying $450, you're paying around $315. So the bigger you get it, the better the discount works on whatever you want to buy. You see, you can see me, I'm very sure you saw the beginning. I have presently 2 accounts with them. How many are we presently in that group? I don't know if this one will go show safe. Where is it? Presently we are about 12 in that group. We have a group of Dollar Prime traders, so about 12 in that group. So for those ones that want to join us and you want to trade with Dollar Prime, just click on the link, then use the link, purchase the account. If you have issues using crypto, tell me, I'll be done to purchase it for you. You get the account in minutes, everything is done. I even got a DM this morning. I only posted on my WhatsApp. Somebody said he passed his account already, so it's funded, and I'm just happy for him. Alright, so and when I add you to the group, which is after you get the account, when I add you to the group, you're not paying a dime to me, you're not doing anything. Well, I'm taking the same trade. So the trade I take, I'm sending it there. Every one of us are taking the same trades or doing the same thing. Do you get? And what I did that for is for you to have access to the way I trade, for you to have access to the way I manage my risk and the way I manage my trades, alright, for a particular period of time. So when you're done with that, if you can do that, you send me a DM. You can either send me a DM through X. When you're done with it, send me a DM through Telegram, or drop a message in the chat group. There's a chat room in the Telegram channel where you want to ask any question. I'll definitely see it as long as you tag me. So today is Wednesday, and I will not end the session without saying this. If you've not made your morning prayers, life is spiritual. Everybody's using something, so better pray. I think the best statement I've always heard is pray as though you don't study, or maybe as though you are not even prepared, and prepared as though you don't pray. Make everything balanced. In economics, I think they call it ceteris paribus, all things being equal. So make sure you prepare very well. Prepare very well. Trading can change your life for good, but you need to pay the price. You need to pay that price. So today, as you trade, don't FOMO. Don't hurry into a trade. Make sure you use your stop loss. Most of you, I can't get burned all the time because you keep adjusting your stop loss. You'll be like, if you don't retrace come this place, I'll just add more position. You just go up, I'll just close. You're not serious. You're not serious. Don't do that. It's usually will not end well all the time. It won't. I promise you. So manage your risk. Make sure you pray. Do your devotion. Trust God. Above all, believe in your own self. The person tell you say you know make not go answer anybody. Just believe in your own self. Others don't even matter. They don't care. Right? So believe in yourself like mad. Let me put it that way. Believe in yourself like mad. You have a family to build. Some of you already have a family. Okay? So you have a family. And live peaceably with everybody. You don't need to fight people up and down. You don't need to fight people up and down. Alright? So I think I might be ending the session here. The time is 9:34 in Nigeria. Now, very soon I will say, by God's grace, I will say, oh, the time is 9:34 in the United States or in Washington DC. I will tell you that in one day. So so very soon I will do that. It is well, so it's fine. So I'll see you when I see you. You guys should take care of yourself, and bye for now.